Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Zaza K Creations and my name is Keisha. And in this video, I am just going to take you on a trip, a journey with me as I am doing some things with sewing. I'm starting my day out by heading over to Hobby Lobby to see if I can get the shade of blue that I need for my McCall's dress. I'm also going to see if they have the knit needles that I am running very low on. I was gonna try to order from Wawak, but I figured since I had a couple of hours this morning, I would just run into Hobby Lobby and check out what they had in hopes I can get a decent match on the shade of blue and also on the knit needles. So let's go ahead and get that started. As I was headed through my neighborhood, I saw a guy who had on an Old Bay seasoning, like Jersey style t-shirt. And I just had to ask him where did he get it from, because I would certainly go and find one. I probably could just like go to Amazon or something like that and grab it, but if I could go to a local store and just, get a feel for it, touch it, and purchase one, I would certainly do that. So I had to stop him and ask him where he got his shirt from. All right, so it felt super weird, like driving past my turn for Joann Fabrics and coming straight towards Hobby Lobby today. This was just a weird drive, but I have arrived at Hobby Lobby. I am going in to look for the needles to see if they have the shade of blue for my dress. And as I was home this morning and on my drive, I thought about a black fabric that I want to try to get if they have it here. I want to maybe do something slightly different with one of the dresses that I'm going to make. So I am going to go in here to see if they have what I'm looking for, and so much so I'm not even going to get a cart. I'm just going to go in, look at the thread, look at the needles, look for actually there are two fabrics I want to check on today, and then I'm going to be out. That is my plan, and I am going to stick to it. All right, guys, so I just left from out of Hobby Lobby, and I do think that Hobby Lobby really should start thinking about how they want to invest in their fabric and crafting department. Selections haven't changed in terms of what you're able to purchase. However, I did notice that today there were a lot more people of what I'm used to seeing in the fabric department. And of course, Joann's is no longer. So I think people are now beginning to utilize Hobby Lobby as a resource for sewing. And I had 4 people in front of me today, and I only had one person cutting fabric, and the person looked to be somewhat inexperienced a little. I don't know, but they were moving really slow, which is fine. I mean, this is new for Hobby Lobby, like the influx of people coming in. So slow that I had to go and ask for someone to come in and be a backup, because the line was getting long and I had already been waiting for like 15 minutes for them to finish cutting this fabric that was on the table. And they're still doing the hand receipts. They're still writing out your tickets manually. So imagine a crafter coming in and wanting bolts and yardage of fabric. They have to literally write out the item number, the price on these manual tickets, and calculate it with a calculator. So that that's a lot. So I think now might be a good time for them to start thinking about, you know, how they want to computerize their processes a little bit more, and kind of bring in some technology. But I did go in, and I will show you all what I purchased. So they did not have the fabric I wanted in Hobby Lobby. I'm sure I can get it online, but when I weighed the online option versus just getting what I saw for what I want to make, you know, I decided just to go ahead and just get what I saw. So I picked up this burnt orange gauze. This is really nice because what I want to make with it, I can wear it now and also carry it with me into the fall with a nice blazer and some boots. So I thought, okay, you know, do I want to get this versus going online and getting a very much summer fabric pattern and only be able to wear it for a couple of weeks, or in my case probably not even at all because I sew slow, but have it for next year. And I thought, it's not that serious, I can always go online and purchase it next year if it's still around. So I just went ahead and got this fabric here, and then I got a black cotton fabric. So this cotton fabric actually I purchased, it's a lot of some stuff flying around. I got this because I am working on a project and I want to do something somewhat different from what I originally thought I would do. So I'm going to go ahead and get this, or I went ahead and got it rather. So I did get the two fabrics. As it concerns the needles, they did not have any needles for knitting at all in the store. So I picked up just these 3 packs of universal needles. So what I realized as I was in the store reading the back of the needle, that it does say that I can use universal needles on most wovens and knits. However, it does say that for certain types of knitwear, like coarse knitwear, or of course for leather, denim, and other stretch, I might have to use a specialty needle. So I am going to try to use my universal needle for my jersey. It's definitely going to be a scrap thing because I don't want to mess up the fabric. So I'll see how that works. They did have some of the shade of blue I needed to purchase for the dress. So I did get 4 spools of the blue. Probably only really needed 3, but I purchased 4 because these spools are so very small. So I did I purchased 4 of these. And you could never go wrong throwing in some black, so I threw in some black fabric. I'm sorry, black thread. Do I need to now purchase anything from Walwack? I don't feel like it's something I need to do right now, but because I love using the Gutermann brand of thread, I do want to get a Gutermann thread for this. So I may in fact still order this color Gutermann thread and probably the knit needles that I did see on Walwack's website. So I still need to order from Walwack. Probably don't have to do it right away, but because I already have 2 dresses right in the docket or on the list of things to get done. So yeah, interesting enough, when I was in line at the register, the gentleman was so nice. He asked me what was I making, and I told him I was making 2 dresses, and he got so excited, and he said to myself, are you a fashion designer, or do you like make stuff for people? I said, no, I make things for myself. I am a person who sews strictly for myself and my family for the most part, maybe a couple of alterations here and there. And then he asked me whether or not I watched Project Runway, and I said absolutely. Like if you sew anything out here, you are definitely into Project Runway. And he said, oh, that is so great. He said, I love watching that show. Then he had the nerve to say, maybe one day you could be on the show. And I'm like, wait a minute, like Speak that prophetically. However, I have a long ways to go in my journey before I can even consider, right, even put it in my to even try to think about getting onto Project Runway, let alone get on the show. But I thought that was really fun, and he wished me, well, and wished me luck in my sewing. So that was cool and fun. So while I was in the store, I got a text from my dad. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a call. I'm going to run over to Starbucks to grab myself a quick drink. Don't know what yet, but it's a Starbucks kind of day for me. And then I'm going to head over to my hair appointment and then carry on with the rest of my day. So yesterday came and went with the blink of an eye, and it is now a new day, and my husband and I are headed to a memorial service at my church. I think after the service I will come home and try to get some sewing done. Yesterday my girls had their first volleyball game of the season, so I really just capped off the rest of my day with them at their sporting event. I love this Burt's Bees hand cream. I forgot I actually had them. I had them for a while. Thanks. So guys, we're talking about a pair of shoes I'm wearing today that I totally forgot I had, and I'm wearing them for the first time in a long time, and it's like they're brand new. All right, so I am back home from the funeral. After the funeral, my husband and we stopped and grabbed some lunch, got something for ourselves and for the kids. And now I am back home, and I think I'm going to spend some afternoon time, maybe even this evening, getting some stuff done in my room. Yeah, it's really nice out today, but I'm feeling like I want to just spend some time in my room. What I really need to do is get my table cleared off yet again, because my table now has fabric on it. It's got bags, it's got thread boxes still on it, and I need to get it cleared off so I can start the next round of what I want to do. But I forgot to share with you all that before I went to my hair appointment on yesterday, I stopped at a local thrift store and purchased a couple of items. So let me go and get that stuff now. It's not here in my room. I have to go to another part of the house to grab it. So give me 1 second. Okay. So actually, I left it in the vehicle by accident. I thought it was downstairs, and it was actually in the vehicle still from yesterday. But I went out to my mailbox, and it's just like special delivery all day around here. And I am taking a leadership course, online, virtual. And as part of that course, we are given some PDF printouts. And I remember before the course started, I asked about the potential of us being able to get the PDF documents in a spiral format, because I like to have a nice bound book to kind of go back to and not have to worry about printing off my PDFs and things like that. And I guess it was such an interest among other people that they went ahead and was able to get the guide for us in a spiral bound, and I have that here, and I'm super excited about it. It looks so great. It's the Leaders Cohort Workbook, and it truly does have all of the PDFs in a nice bound spiral. So that's good. Unexpected for today. Okay, I'll put this to the side. So let me go ahead and share with you all the 4 pieces of linen that I purchased from my local thrift store. So how do I want to start this? Okay, let's just do this. So first things first, if you are really into like making toiles before you do your fashion garments, the thrift store is the best place to go to pick up muslin like fabrics, right, in the form of a sheet. So I did pick up just a basic cream sheet. It's a flat sheet. I think it's like king size. Doesn't say actually what size. Oh, it says twin, but twin is just fine. So I got a twin size flat sheet. I'll go ahead and get this clean because again, I will use this for making toiles. And I got another one very similar for making toiles as well. However, I don't think I will make a toile with this because I do like this embroidery, I guess you can call this trim on the end. I think if I found a nice top or a nice pair of pants or something, I could keep this on it and that could be like the bottom. I'm thinking maybe a shirt because it would just sit really nice like around the waist area. But yeah, this would probably be used to make an actual fashion garment versus a toile. But I did get this. And I have a pair of ready to wear like winter, not winter, like a evergreen pants with a cream and navy blue stripe down the side. I forget the style of pants. I guess like a track pant. And I was thinking to myself, when I envisioned, like when I do wear the pants, I would like to be able to wear a nice navy blue shirt, some kind of top to go with it to bring out the navy blue stripe in the pants. So of course I'm not thinking in my head, okay, I got to go online and try to find the perfect type of fabric, the perfect pricing of navy blue fabric that I could wear. I can fix or make a pair of, that I could actually make a shirt to wear with the pants. So lo and behold, I go into the local thrift store and I found a navy blue flat sheet. So I did not second guess this at all because it was an answer to a vision I had, and I'm going to use this fabric here to make some type of navy blue top to go with those pants. So I was really grateful to be able to pick this up, and it was the only one in there, so that is a super great win. And then last but not least, so again, you know, sometimes it gets a little pricey if you're trying to purchase like the heavier fabrics from the different stores like online, and really if you're not really sure about how they feel, or even if it's like not within the budget, an alternative to that would be again going to a local thrift store. So as I was in the thrift store, I found two, I think it's 201. How many panels is this? Okay, I think it's only one panel. Yeah, it's only one panel, but it is a curtain panel, and it is pretty long, and yeah, this is a nice fabric. I mean, it feels like a really thick, like upholstery type, not quite burlap, because burlap I think is really stiff and hard, but it feels really thick in terms of like the fabric, the weight and structure of it. But I was thinking with this, get it washed, get it clean, and I could do a pair of pants and maybe a matching vest, or I actually had a vest in mind when I purchased this, but because it's so much fabric, I could probably honestly get a vest and a nice pair of pants out of it. So I'm going to get this washed up as well and be thinking about what I can make in terms of a vest and a pair of pants with that. But that's what I grabbed from the local thrift store. And let me see, the sheets were $3. This was $3. This was $3. This here was $3, so I'm at $6. This here was $2.50, and this one here, I don't even see the price on it. I don't even see the price on here anywhere. I know it's here. Oh, here we go. And this curtain panel was $5. So that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the tags off and put this stuff in the washing machine so that I can have it ready to go when I'm ready to work on some toiles and my shirt and the vest and pants, or vest and skirt. I'll figure out which of the two I want to do. All right, so yes, I'm going to go ahead and again, like I said, get this table cleared off again, collect my thoughts, because I'm probably going to, I need to do an alteration on an outfit for my daughter, so I'm going to work on that probably first. Get my machine threaded up and do some practicing on my baby lock. As you know, I have a baby lock now, and I haven't done anything on it outside of the strap alteration on the jumpsuit for my auntie. So yeah, I've got some stuff to get done in here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it done. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get my hair all flexi rodded up so that I can just be cool, you know, and my hair doesn't begin to sweat out in here as I'm moving about and all that great stuff. But yeah, so that is what I'm going to be working on and doing today. All right, so this is clearly not a cute on camera day because I've already got my hair protected and in its flexi rod, so I can just be chill and get my groove on in my room. So I'm at my baby lock right now, and I am about to go back onto YouTube because I want to make sure that as I unthread the old thread and I put the new thread in, that I do it according to what the machine, not the machine, do it based on what's recommended for the machine rather. So I'm now taking out my old thread. This is the bobbin from the jumpsuit that I did. That's still sitting in here. And I'm going to unthread the old thread, which is my good old Guterman. Just took that out. And now I'm gonna go and recall the proper way to thread my baby lock. I know it's pretty standard with all machines, but honestly, when I first started sewing, I learned how to thread my machine, and then I just would thread, you know, however I just saw fit in terms of like the direction of the thread and all that stuff. So because I really want to treat her with the utmost respect, I want to make sure that I thread her the way it's recommended. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure it out again.
Your bobbin right down onto that bobbin winder pin. There isn't an upside or a downside or any of that. Just press it on. Now spin it to the right until you hear a click. What happens, click, is that wire has now fallen into the groove on the bobbin.
All right, so I am loving that needle threader feature on here. Yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes sir, yes whoever you are watching. It is a lifesaver for me, for real. Okay, so now I forgot, I don't even know what kind of needle this is in my machine already, but I am going to leave it in here because I'm only going to be working on this knit jumper for my daughter. It's a little too big in the back, and I need to just give her a nice dart. So it shouldn't take too much to do that. But what I do need to do is make sure I do a basting stitch on my machine, and it looks like the basting stitch on my machine might be stitch number 7. Let me see. 7? I don't know if I did a basting stitch or not. I'm not sure if I selected a basting stitch. Let me try it again. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. This one here. And then 07. There we go. Okay. So now I have it programmed for what looks like a basting stitch. Let me get a scrap piece of fabric and try it out real quick, just to make sure that it's looking how I want it to look. So I'm just going to try this here, just a scrap piece that I had from when I did my what was this from? Oh, I did a dress over the summer that I have yet to wear. I might wear it on this coming weekend, we'll see. But let me just go ahead and cut a little piece off here. All right, and let's just see if I did a nice basting stitch selection on here. Let me try to turn this around so you guys can see it on my machine. All right, so here we go. I am going to put this down. The green light is on, which means it's ready for me to start. Let me see. Give it a little bit more speed. Use my knee lift. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I lift this up? Oh, okay. Now I lift it up. Uh-oh. What am I doing wrong, guys? Oh. Okay. That's not what I wanted, for sure. Alright, so it was definitely a basting stitch, but something the machine did not like. It could be the needle, because I'm using a different kind of needle that I probably shouldn't be using for this fabric. But let's go ahead and try this again. Put this in here. So I had 2 pieces of thread coming off of my bobbin, which certainly didn't want that to happen. And then, so I need to figure out this control and start feature on here, because that is going to be really critical in my sewing. Knowing when to use it, when not to use it, how to use it, how not to use it. But let me go ahead and I'm gonna try to give it one more try. I'm gonna double up the fabric this time and see if that makes a difference. It might not, because I'm probably not using the proper needle, but I'll give it a try anyway. Needle down. That's down. Okay. Needle up. Up. Okay, so this sewed a little bit better. All right, so not so bad, but this is in fact the basting stitch, so I'm cool. I'm okay with that. So let me go ahead. I don't want to use up all my purple because I don't want to have to redo. I may have to do another bobbin. Didn't want to, but I might have to. All right, let me go over here and get the jumper. But I thought I was recording and I was not recording out, y'all. I am so sorry, but I did her dart. I did the dart. It's pretty big because it's pretty big around her back. So I did a little dart here in a basting stitch. It was very smooth. What I'll do is when I go back to do the official stitch line, I'll show you all in that video. I am so sorry. I thought I was recording and I went to look at the phone and it was not recording. So, but things like that happen. Let me go see. I've got to interrupt her game, but she's got to try this on real quick. Okay, so now I am going to change my stitch line, and I think I want to do a number 9 on here. So let me hit 09. Okay, I got a number 9 stitch line. I've got the proper foot on, and I see where it's gonna start. So let me move this over some, and then okay, needle down. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna keep the speed on a medium because I don't want to go too fast. I want to make sure I get this good. So, because this is the final stitch. Okay, actually, y'all, I think I do want to speed this up just a little bit. I think I can go a little bit faster than that. Okay, needle up, pull that up, and y'all, I think I had just enough bobbin. Oh my gosh, that is wonderful. I had oh shoot, no I didn't. Oh darn, I gotta go back. Look, I don't know if y'all can see that, but look where my bobbin ran out. Can you see that? It ran out like right about there. So now I gotta go back. I think I already had a purple one ready to go though. Let me find it. All right, I did have a purple one all ready to go, so that's good. Just pop her in here. Oh boy. The whole knee lift thingy, I have to really get used to that. Takes a little bit of coordination for sure. So now that I know that my stitch line is good, I'm gonna go in here and attempt to remove the basting stitch, if I can see that properly, without removing the good stitch. I think that's that here. Gotta be very careful because of this knit is really thin. Yeah, I'm having a hard time really finding the basting stitch through all this. Okay, so I'm able to pick out some of the basting stitches. I'm gonna do the best I can. I might not get it all out, but yeah, the good thing is that at least it matches. I think that might be part of the problem too. It's so close to the original stitch, the not original, but yeah, the final stitch, that I'm having a hard time. But what I do need to do is make sure I tie off the end of this dart. And I got these nails. I should have made the tail a little bit longer, but I didn't. Okay, and then for the top, I'm not sure which one was the basting stitch for the top. So I'm gonna just tie them both together. I'm gonna just do one tie, just tie it all together. Have it. So because there is so much excess fabric here, I am gonna go ahead and cut some of this off and just kind of even it out down to the bottom. But that's done. Okay, friends, so I am going to keep things moving along to this evening or this afternoon. It's a little after 6 o'clock now, and I am going to work on cutting out the pattern pieces for my new look dress, because I want to get this done. And once I get the pattern pieces cut out, that for me is like half the battle. So let me just flip this over and show you guys something that confused me just a little bit. So when I did my measurements based off the finished garment measurements, this says, again, based off my body measurements against the finished garment measurements and the design and wearing ease, I would be cutting out what I thought would be a large on the pattern piece. However, what confused me now is the top here where it says body measurements. Select the pattern size based on your body measurements. If I go by this, I should actually probably be cutting an extra large. So what I am going to do is, because this pattern envelope goes up to XXL, I'm gonna just cut out the XXL. And I'm definitely going to do a toile for this because I want to make sure that it fits properly. And if the toile is too big, then I know to cut the pattern size down. So I may actually end up having to cut my pattern pieces maybe twice. But that is what I'm going to do because I want to preserve the XXL if I do in fact need it. And I don't want to lose it if I just cut out what I think would be proper in terms of the large here. Hope that makes sense. And I think I remember, or I know just from previous videos and just knowledge about some of the new look patterns, they tend to not really be always size inclusive, although this looks like it might in fact be size inclusive just based off all the measurements that are available on here. So this is my first new look pattern, and to play it safe, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the XXL, use a muslin, or use one of my thrifted sheets that I've already washed and cleaned, and see how that fits in terms of mostly the bust area. I'm not so concerned about the waist and the hip area. I don't mind if that's a little bigger, because I want the room. As you can see, she's got a whole lot of ease around here, so that would be fine. My biggest concern is obviously the bust area, so I want to make sure that fits me properly. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cut up and see where it goes. All right. All right, so that's all that I am going to share with you in this video. Please come back and check out the channel for other videos and other content. And in the next video, I will pick up where I leave off, and I will let you guys know more about how that fitting went, the cutting, and hopefully I will have at least the McCall's dress finished and done, because that looks to be a lot more easier to put together than the new look pattern, because the new look pattern, as you all know, has a lining, and your girl is gonna have to hit up the YouTube streets to make sure that I know what I'm doing, in case these new look instructions are not clear enough in terms of how to install a liner. Yeah, I'm gonna tackle a liner. I'm kind of excited about that, because that means I'm leveling up my skills. All right, so thank you for watching my video, and to catch more content, don't forget to like this video. It really helps out my analytics, and also subscribe. That way you're able to capture all of my content as I'm sharing my journey. And until next time we come together, take care and God bless you all.